on. And we're live. So, Manchester United 3, West Ham United 1. So, I'm not going to sit here, lie to you guys and say that was a great match, because objectively it was a poor match. It wasn't a great first half. United started that second half poorly, and we found ourselves a goal down. Now we can debate amongst ourselves whether the ball was in, whether the ball was out. We don't know for sure. And ultimately, the officials don't know for sure either. And that's a big issue here. Of course, no technology down the touchline to see if the ball has gone out or not. That's an issue. Something needs addressed, obviously. But as we have done so many times this season, United have fought back to win a match. Erik ten Hag has made some game-changing substitutions, and they have changed the flow of the game, made things happen, and got United the win, of course. So, not a great start to the second half, won a goal down very poorly. Then Casemiro had a goal harshly disallowed for offside. He was marginally off, but another day he could have been onside. Of course, got the equaliser from an own goal. Great ball in from Bruno Fernandes from that corner kick. Weghorst, of course, causing all sorts of mayhem in their box, and it led to an own goal. Then the second goal, absolutely fantastic finish from Alejandro Garnacho. He really took the ball down so nicely, and his touch was so good it opened up a little bit of space from Johnson, gave him the space he needed to wrap his foot around it, curl it into the bottom right hand corner. And that third goal, it's just typical of the hard work of Weghorst and of Fred. Weghorst pressing West Ham's defence even when the match is won, with the last kick of the ball, and the ball dropped kindly to Fred. He made no mistake, he made a 3-1, and what a celebration as well. Fred enjoyed his game, he got his goal. United, we go into the next round, and as we can see from the comments, guys, up next is going to be Fulham at home. So that is to draw a very winnable match, in my opinion. I'm looking at the teams left in the FA Cup, the likes of Grimsby Town, Blackburn, Brighton. So many matches that would be deemed winnable. Of course, Manchester City still in the FA Cup as well. So there is potential for a Manchester derby in the tournament, and whoever goes and wins that match could win the FA Cup. So United, I would say we could be favoured to reach another cup final this season. Of course, an easy enough running going into it, and it will be an exciting time going in for Manchester United. So, of course, a lot of things to get into tonight. So, going to get the first point into the chat. So, if you guys want to, let me know what you think as well. So, who was your man of the match for tonight? So, for me, I'm going to go for Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho going to be my man of the match. I thought he was very, very positive when he came the whole match. He was constantly running up players, and when United were struggling to get things going, struggling to move up the pitch, it was Garnacho, of course, who managed to be the most direct player on the pitch, make things happen, open things up for Manchester United, and his positivity, it helped a lot as well. Especially got his goal, really earned it. Should have had a penalty as well, in my opinion. We have seen Bruno Fernandes deny that sort of penalty last week against Barcelona for a similar incident, of course. But when things go against Man United, referees tend not to give us the decisions. We know that there. We know that for a fact at United. So it was a little bit frustrating, but I'm very happy with how the match went down. United, of course, big win and into the next round, and that's the most important thing for me. You comment in there, Niall McCabe, have to beat Fulham and get the boys to Wembley again. Another trophy we can go deep in. Absolutely, yeah, I was just saying that as well. Some really winnable matches. I will get it into the comments here as well, just for points of reference for anybody joining a little bit later. So there are certainly winnable matches and fixtures in this. Now, of course, Fulham, that's a match United should win, of course. You would imagine Man City, they'll probably beat Burnley. That, unless Vincent Kompany has a masterclass up his sleeve, you'd imagine that Burnley will be knocked out by Man City. So the two favourite teams, they will be United, they will be City, and we could have a Manchester derby to decide the FA Cup this season, which I'm sure the sponsors would absolutely love, because they're not going to want to see Grimsby Town versus Manchester United as the FA Cup final. They're going to want the big teams in this, and the big talking points, of course. So I'll just pull these teams in here. So teams remaining in the FA Cup who United could potentially come up against should we go further in, should we make it into the next round past the quarterfinals. So those teams at the minute: Manchester City, Fulham, Brighton, Burnley, Sheffield United, Grimsby Town and Blackburn Rovers. Some real winnable matches in there. Some teams I would definitely fancy us to beat, and certainly for me this is a trophy United can go deep in this season. I would hopefully like to see us clear Fulham in the next round. Then we go again. We'll be into the quarterfinals, of course, then semis, and potentially even the FA Cup final. So we are 2 games from another trip to Wembley, 3 games from another cup final, and Erik ten Hag, he will want to be in the FA Cup final. He will look at this as a real opportunity to have a domestic double, League Cup done already in the bag. Of course, let's go, let's do it again in the FA Cup. So he is definitely a happy man tonight, and his quotes reflect that after the match as well. So he says, "The resilience, the belief from this team has impressed me the most tonight, and it will be a difficult match against Fulham, playing very well. We will have to be prepared for this game." So it will be difficult, of course. Fulham, they're quite high up in the Premier League. They're achieving good things this season, certainly overachieving. Definitely think Marco Silva done a really good job as Fulham's manager. So it will be a difficult match, but United should win this. We should go into the next round comfortably enough for me. So certainly a lot of optimism for United, and it was good to pick up the win tonight. We managed to get players rested. Luke Shaw rested, Varane rested. Of course, Martinez came off the bench, Casemiro, Marcus Rashford all came off the bench, but they have more rest in the tank. They didn't play a full 90, and that will benefit them for sure. So positive signs for United that way, and I do feel very, very optimistic going into this match on Sunday up against Liverpool, which it will be a big one. Liverpool, they'll be up for that match, but United, we have the form, we have the quality, and if things go, if football was played by paper, it would be a simple win for United, but it won't be that. It will be a difficult match, and it will be an exciting one as well. So looking forward to covering that on the channel. So some really big talking points to get into tonight. I think for me, 2 players really stood out tonight. Was 2 loan signings brought in January. I thought Sabitzer was very solid in midfield. He was making a real nuisance of himself, winning the ball back, passing as well, sharp, crisp, just what you want from your midfielder. I think this might have been Weghorst's best match for Manchester United. He put himself about, he ran his socks off, and he made things happen, and he caused the own goal for the equalising goal. He set up Fred for that there winning goal as well. So an assist for Weghorst, and he could have had more. He isn't a prolific striker. We know he doesn't have fantastic quality in front of goal, but he certainly has a lot to offer this team, and he is something different, something we don't otherwise have at the team. So absolutely, Sabitzer, Weghorst, very good jobs for them. So see a couple people joining in. Thank you very much for joining us after the match, of course. So just in the chat you guys can see man of the match, and we also see who we have in the next round. We are playing Fulham, for anybody who doesn't know. Fulham at home in the next round of the FA Cup. Teams left in the tournament at the minute: Man City, Fulham, Brighton, Burnley, Sheffield United, Grimsby Town and Blackburn Rovers. So some very beatable teams, and this is a trophy United definitely can do well in this season. New comment in there as well from Orbs Garnacho Sue. Absolutely, he was very, very good tonight. My man of the match. I thought Garnacho had a really positive impact on the match. He was so direct, positive, and he made things happen. So really good to see Garnacho get his goal, build more confidence, and absolutely fantastic. So definitely very, very big positives to build upon for United. And of course, we have been saying this all season. Erik ten Hag, what a job he is doing. This is 30 wins out of 41 possible matches this season. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Ten Hag, and he is really, really doing unbelievably well. Better than anybody could have expected. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments, guys, of course. How do you feel about the job Erik ten Hag is doing? And how do you feel about playing Fulham in the next round of the FA Cup? A match I think we should win. A match certainly we should be aiming to win, in my opinion. So I would fully expect United go deeper in this tournament, and let's see what can happen for the rest of the season. So positive things coming up for United. Positive things coming up for United fans, and of course we will be covering it all on the channel, so don't forget, stay tuned for much more coming up. So a lot of positive things coming about United tonight. Of course, Marcel Sabitzer into the next round. Let's go team. And of course, Eric Ten Hag, you saw the belief. There was never a moment of panic. We had composure, and that is something I do agree with what Eric Ten Hag has said. Even when we went to goal down, I thought we would score. We just had this confidence, this calmness that we would make something happen and we would get back into it. Now, whenever the Casemiro goal was disallowed for offside, we were worried. Of course, that could have been the opportunity, but United kept going. We made things happen, and ultimately we won the match. We didn't play well. We didn't beat West Ham off the park. But as Roy Keane said on commentary after the match, of course, it isn't about having a few shots on target, making opportunities. It's about winning the match, and United won the match. Teams can come, have a few opportunities, they can build a bit of positivity, they can get a bit giddy on it, but if you don't put United away, you will be punished. And that's something we have learned this season. United will punish teams whenever they don't put us away. So absolutely great stuff for Manchester United. So Ten Hag says Garnacho is growing into the game. He's a real threat on some occasions, and it was not easy after Sunday. You have to get back to business as usual. That was our task. The resilience, the belief pleased me the most. So completely agree with Ten Hag, completely agree with the positive words for Garnacho. United really did well in tonight's match to end up winning that one, and that's the most important thing for me. We're in a cup competition. The most important thing, going through into the next round, and I'm sure you guys agree. So let me know who you guys think was man of the match in this one. I'm personally going for Garnacho in this one. Thought throughout the match he was very, very entertaining. He definitely made things happen. He was fast, direct, confident and brave, and he made things happen for Manchester United. Got his goal as well. So let's have a quick look at the stats for this one as well. So 3 goals to 1. Obviously, Manchester United, we dominated in terms of shots, 22 to 10. Of course, West Ham, as we said in the preview, as we expected, a real threat on the break, and they had 7 shots on target from 10 shots on goal. So of course, Mikel Antonio, some big misses, especially first half. He was 1-on-1 with David De Gea and he headed straight at the keeper. But United, we fought back into it. We got control of the ball. We see that in the possession stats, 60% possession for United, and we did do well to hold on to the ball, gain control at the back and then into midfield and make things happen. After the first goal went in for West Ham, they didn't really get out of their own half too much. United hemmed them in, we made things happen, and with some great set piece delivery, United did manage to get the equalising goal. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments, guys. Can see some more people joining in as well. So thank you very much for joining. If you are new, welcome to the channel and welcome to the stream. So what are your thoughts? Who was man of the match for you in today's match? And how do you feel about Eric Ten Hag's job this season? Personally, I think he's doing absolutely fantastic. 1 trophy down with a real opportunity of going far in another one as well. Looking at the teams we will come up against, playing Fulham in the next round, the likes of Grimsby, Blackburn, Sheffield United still in the FA Cup. For me, United have a great opportunity. Go deep in this tournament, make another cup run, and let's see what can happen. Of course, the big team left in as well is Manchester City, which will be interesting. It will be entertaining to see United versus City for a trophy. Definitely will be something to look forward to for all Manchester United fans, and I'm sure we are looking forward to it. And of course, as Eric Ten Hag said, playing all these matches, playing so many tournaments, it's a good thing because it shows we are playing well, we are winning matches, and we are competing. And honestly, long may that continue. So the more matches United have this season, the more we are doing in the cup competitions. I believe we can go on, win another trophy this season, build some more confidence, and go and have a big summer with new owners coming in, a big transfer window, some new strikers, new midfielders. Exciting times are ahead for Manchester United fans. And honestly, what a time it is to be a fan. Of course, what a couple of weeks United have had. Starting back from a week ago today, beating Barcelona in the Europa League, coming back against Barcelona, absolutely fantastic. We go on Sunday, we win the League Cup, we beat Newcastle in style. We go tonight, we fought back and beat West Ham. And we go again on Sunday, we go up against Liverpool in the Premier League at Anfield. What a match that will be, and certainly for me, United will go into that as favourites, and we can turn up and beat Liverpool in that match, and it will be exciting. United go, win there, exciting things can happen for the rest of the season in the Premier League. So, see a couple more people joining in. Thank you very much for joining as well, and welcome to the channel and welcome to the stream if you are new. Of course, big news coming out tonight is United are playing Fulham in the next round of the FA Cup, and that will be an exciting one. Fulham, of course, they're playing well. They're doing very good in the Premier League, and whenever they come to Old Trafford, they will have a go at us. They will fancy themselves, and the FA Cup is a very open competition this year. Not a lot of big teams in there. A lot of the favourites knocked out: Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea. Only United, only City are left as the favourites for the tournament, and City versus United FA Cup final, that could be on the cards, and that would be an absolutely massive match for Erik ten Hag and his Manchester United team. So, certainly a lot of things to look forward to. All of that will be brought to you on the channel here. Every single match we are live, so never forget, hit that sub button. Make sure you never join a stream and join in with the community here on the channel. So, some more quotes, some more news to bring you guys. As always on these shows, there's always plenty of news coming up. So, some new quotes coming in from Erik ten Hag. He has been speaking to the media after Manchester United's win tonight. So, he has said it is about resilience, it is about attitude. We won a trophy on Sunday and we came back business as usual. We were resilient, we worked hard, and we earned the win. So absolutely agree. Fred speaking on drawing Fulham in the FA Cup. We beat them already in the Premier League away. We want to do it again. Let's bring them on. So Fred's feeling confident. Fred, of course, he scored the winning goal tonight. He enjoyed himself with a great celebration as well. So I do like Fred. So he is a very, very useful player, and in tonight's match he got that winning goal. He played well. So who was your man of the match? Let me know in the comments down below, guys, of course, and we'll keep on bringing you the news, bringing you the thoughts as well. So this is an open channel, an open chat. We love debates, we love hearing other people's thoughts, because that's what makes football so brilliant, is everybody has their own thoughts, their own opinions. So I want to know what your thoughts are. Get them into the comments and let's have a proper chat, a proper discussion about Manchester United tonight. So, Erik ten Hag on Fred scoring more this season. It is one of our tactics. We want to get midfielders high. You can see it now with Fred scoring plenty of goals. Have noticed that recent weeks Fred has been popping up with goals. Of course, got the winning goal against Barcelona. He also scored tonight as a winner, and as well other goals throughout the season. So positive things from Fred. He is doing very well this season, and United were doing great, honestly, man. So Erik ten Hag on the comeback. We did it against Barcelona, and now we do it again. This team hates losing. They love to fight back. Do definitely sense that there is a real fight, a real desire in this team, and we see that on the pitch week in, week out. We always want to win. We have competitive players, great winning players on the pitch as well. Great leaders, the likes of Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez, Varane, David De Gea, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford. Players who want to win, players who have won trophies before, and we are going for more trophies this season. And it is very, very exciting to be a Manchester United fan at the minute, as I'm sure you guys will agree. It is fantastic to watch United, and you always feel like we are going to do something. You always feel like we are going to go and win a match, even if we are losing, even if we aren't playing well. There's just a belief, there's a mentality about Man United at the minute. We are inevitable that we will come back and make things happen in a match. So, definitely positives for tonight. I see a couple of people as well online. They're talking about over rotation. I think it's good we managed to get that level of rotation, bit of rest in the players who need it. Some new comments coming in there as well from Emmanuel. Thank you and welcome to the channel. GGMU, absolutely my friend. Go Man United, and what a season we're having. As well, another comment in from Tabasan. Good to see you back on the stream as well, my friend. Thank you very much for joining in with us. He says Garnacho for man of the match. Absolutely agree with that. Thought he was fantastic. He was my man of the match. Is anybody else your man of the match? Let me know in the comments. Of course, Weghorst had a very good match, I thought. Definitely made things happen. I think Garnacho had a really good game. I think Casemiro, when he came on, he was just levels above what we already had. David De Gea as well, some important saves from him, especially that first one against Mikel Antonio. So do definitely think there was some good performers for United tonight. Good to get a bit of rest, let players like Varane and Rashford, Luke Shaw, give them a night off when they can. We've had a lot of matches and we've some big matches coming up. So next up, of course, is Liverpool on Sunday, and that is what we want to move on to as well. So that is the next match. That is what we are looking forward to. And that will be a very exciting match. So who would you like to see start on Sunday? So of course this is a big match for United, going to Anfield, always absolutely massive, and that's what we want to know. Who should start on Sunday? Erik ten Hag will have a plan in his head, but let's see. Should Garnacho play? Maybe we go Sabitzer. I think Fred should play for sure. Casemiro, Varane, get those guys on the pitch. Definitely think some players did stake a claim tonight to start that match. Weghorst, I think, will be starting. He had a good match tonight. Rashford, he will play as well. I think Antony had a solid match down that right hand side, and I would expect to see Antony in that one as well. So big match on Sunday for United. After that, we play Real Betis in the quarterfinals of the Europa League on Thursday night, and then we followed that up with another Premier League match as well. So games are coming thick and fast for Manchester United, a big important part of the season. So many matches. If we can keep on winning, United will have a very strong end to the season. We will win another trophy for sure, in my opinion. I think the FA Cup is the best chance of winning that. Looking at other teams in it, of course, playing Fulham in the next round, Man City are still there, but then you've Grimsby Town, Sheffield United, Blackburn Rovers. Those are teams we should be beating relatively easily, and United definitely have a good chance to do something in the FA Cup this season. So it will be a tournament to keep an eye on. Of course, we are still in the Europa League as well, knocked out the favourites for that tournament in Barcelona, and United and Arsenal will be the two favourites now to win the Europa League. Definitely exciting times coming up for Man United, and we could go on and potentially even win 3 trophies this season. That's not even including the league. That's Europa League, League Cup and FA Cup. So exciting times and a big end to the season coming up for United, and I am very excited to bring it in with you guys, and it will be a great time to be a United fan at long last. So couple more thoughts as well, some more things to get through on the stream, so just moving along. So next question for you guys, and the next point is just something we have been alluding to, and that is, can we win the FA Cup? And honestly, I think this is a tournament we should be looking to win. Of course, we've won the first trophy this season, and now let's go on to the next one. Let's win another trophy. It is about winning trophies, building that winning mentality. Of course, teams like Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, they've won big trophies in recent seasons. Let's get United back on that list. Let's go win an FA Cup, challenge for Europa League, purse Arsenal, purse Man City for the Premier League as well, and let's have a big end to the season. I think United can win the FA Cup. I think City would be the favourites with ourselves, but after that there's a big drop off in quality, and I certainly believe that we will be right up there to win the FA Cup this season, and I'm sure you guys agree with me as well. So definitely things to be positive about and things to look forward to. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments, guys, of course, as well. So open chat, late night stream, let's get those comments in. Let's get a proper talk going as well. You comment in there from Racer Boy. Hello, friend. Alright, man, how's it going? Yeah, definitely had a good match tonight. What do you think about the match? Who was your man of the match? No spinning from Anthony in this one, unfortunately, man, but maybe next week. Yes, and see some more people joining in as well. So welcome to the stream and welcome to the channel as well. If you are new and you want to join in with a new growing community here on the channel, you know what to do. Smash that sub button, because there is so much United content coming up. So many matches, so much news, takeovers, live reactions, so much things coming up for Man United in the next couple of weeks. So exciting times coming up, and we will be bringing it all to you on the channel here as well. So don't forget, stay tuned for all that, and as well get your thoughts into the comments, guys. Let me know what you think about tonight's match and about United going into the rest of the season. What can we achieve? Yeah, man, don't worry, Mr. Boy, you're okay, man. I was a couple of minutes late as well, man, so it's good. Like You're alright, man. Yeah, so positive things coming up for United. Big end of the season, and we will be going for more than one trophy this year. Fully back us to challenge for that FA Cup. Fully back us as well to go far in the Europa League. Some teams we can definitely beat, in my opinion. Racer Boy, no rotate from Santos tonight, but we had a very good okay from Blonde Alejandro. He is amazement for me. Yep. I mean, Garnacho is just a special talent, and he is genuinely so good at just 18. He's a very exciting player to watch, and yeah, I mean, it's like you always say, blonde players, they just play better. So, of course, as Garnacho is now blonder than Anthony, that's why he's better. So, of course, except big things coming up for United. We will fancy ourselves in the FA Cup, and we will have a good match as well on Sunday to watch. United versus Liverpool, and definitely feeling positive going into the rest of the season. Coming up as well, Real Betis in the Europa League will be one on the horizon to keep an eye out for. Of course, all attention turns to Liverpool on Sunday at Anfield, but we will keep an eye out, of course, for the Europa League. That is a match, and that is a tournament that we will hope to do well in this season. Hopefully go deeper. I'd fancy us against Real Betis. And beyond that, there's plenty of winnable matches, plenty of teams I back us to beat, including Arsenal as well, teams who United have already beaten this season. So I will feel positive, I will be excited for the rest of the season, and definitely things to look forward to. New comment in there as well from Daniel, good to see you on the channel as well, mate. Goat Nacho, so yeah, I mean, Garnacho, what a kid, what a talent, and yeah, to be fair to him, absolutely great goal tonight. Thought he was United's best player, so direct, and that's something you can always rely upon with Garnacho, is when a match is dead, whenever things are being slow, you can give it to Garnacho. He will just run at opposition defenders and make things happen. It doesn't always come off, it doesn't always work out the way he wants it to, but if he keeps on trying, he will keep on finding moments of quality like he did tonight. Of course, got his goal from a great chop in, great cutback onto his right foot. He found space, he turned the defender, found the bottom corner very nicely, and that is a finish and a goal of real quality for me. So, of course, Ben Johnson hit a pretty good match against Garnacho. He was very tight to him all match, but he just bought that bit of space and he found the bottom corner. New comment in there from Daniel as well. So the first game of the entire season, United have won a game with Harry Maguire starting. Yeah, I mean, Harry Maguire, he's many things, but I don't think a United player is one of them. I just don't think he's at the quality. Now, of course, he did look better. Under Ollie when United were more of a counter-attacking team. We sat back more, defended the edge of the box, but now he's been exposed on the halfway line by Mikel Antonio. It's just time's done for the guy. Like, he's just not going to fit in at Manchester United anymore. When we see the difference as well in Varane, Martinez, compare that to what we had tonight with Lindelof, Maguire, just worlds different, and just such a drop off in quality. And as well, when Scott McTominay played over Casemiro tonight to give him rest, we saw the drop in quality. United couldn't play out of the back. Between Maguire, Lindelof, Scott McTominay, there was just not the passing triangles, there was no solidity, there was no tempo to the passing, too many touches, and it left United exposed. When we brought Casemiro on, brought Lisandro Martinez on, just opened things up a bit more, got things moving faster, better build up, let us create better chances, move the ball forward quickly. So you can see the importance of those guys to our team. I do worry in terms of their longevity for the rest of the season. Of course, if our bench players and our squad was playing a little bit better, we would be even more confident. We are very reliant upon Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez, Rafael Varane, Marcus Rashford. They are our best players, of course, but the drop off in quality from our first choice 11 to those on the bench, it's just too much in my opinion. So they do need to pick it up a little bit. So yeah, so any more thoughts, guys, get them into the comments. A couple more people joining in with the stream, so thank you very much for joining in, and welcome to the channel if you are new. Daniel, have you got any tips for getting rid of a chesty cough? Honestly, man, just some green tea, bit of honey, it'll sort you out. Not quite a doctor on that one, man, but that's about all I've got, man, honestly. So some more thoughts as well on tonight's match. So, guys, get them into the comments. For me, Garnacho, man of the match. Some real positives from tonight. I think the resilience, the fortitude, and the determination to fight back. Definitely something that is building at United. Something very positive as well for me. So, things that signs that things are definitely improving both on and on the pitch, and that attitude has been really evident in recent weeks. Some big comebacks. We came back from a goal down. We beat Man City at home. We came back against Barcelona last week. Tonight we came back against West Ham. So United, we're resilient. We back ourselves. We are up for the fight. We always seem to get back into matches, and definitely Erik ten Hag, he is doing a fantastic job. Honestly, player ratings for tonight. Actually, I've actually forgot to do player ratings for tonight. Let me see. I did make the graphic. Yes. Okay. So graphic. So of course this is only for the team who started. So David De Gea, he's going to get a 6 for me. Is a couple of really good saves as well. Distribution was poor, especially in the first half. Going to give Dalot, Harry Maguire, Lindelof, Malacia all 6s. Just pretty average. Midfield, going to give Sabitzer a 6. I thought he was quite good in the first half, faded a little bit in the second. Going to give McTominay a 6, just pretty average. Going to give Bruno 7, thought he made things happen, especially his crossing was really good. Garnacho, he's getting an 8 out of 10 for me, thought he was the best player on the pitch. Weghorst, going to get a 6, Anthony going to get a 6 as well. So it was pretty average, little bit poor from United, but things were positive and good to see us build ourselves back into a match. We'll have some other ones as well. So Fred, I'll probably give a 7 to. Casemiro 7 as well. Thought he was good when he came on. Same for Martinez. And yeah, I mean, if Lisandro Martinez scored that overhead kick, I think the roof would have came off Old Trafford, and what a moment that would have been for sure. But overall, positive from tonight. Good win, and I'm feeling positive going into the next round, going up against Fulham, match we should win. We beat them already at Craven Cottage. Now they're in good form. They're pretty high up that league table in the top 10, and it will be a difficult match for United. Fulham sitting 7th, of course, 4 points ahead of Brighton, well ahead of Chelsea as well, who are in 10th position as sorry man, it just always makes me laugh when I see where Chelsea are in the league. Racer Boy, new comment in there. Has Hag go blonde as mark of respect for Alejandro or for Santos? Yeah, I mean, maybe he should just dye his beard blonde. Daniel in there, hello Racer Boy. Yep, so comments are going off, guys. It's good to see some people as well joining in with the stream. Thank you very much for joining in. And if you are new, don't forget, smash that sub button. Join in with our interactive community today as well. So much United news, so much content, so much videos to be made, and a lot of things to cover between now and the end of the season. And you can watch it all here as well, all on the channel, live after every single match for live reaction. And your guys' thoughts as well, because that is so important to all this. It's getting your guys' thoughts in, knowing what you guys think, and that's definitely something I really enjoy doing. So, as well as that, let's get the final pointer in, and it's something that Racer Boy, something that Daniel have been talking about in the comments, and that is Alejandro Garnacho. And it's just a simple question: how good can Garnacho be? Honestly, the kid's got a really high ceiling. I think he's so talented. Got a lot of good attributes. His directness, his confidence is something that cannot be taught. Something that young players, they can struggle with is self-belief. Confidence, you either have it or you don't, and Garnacho certainly has it. Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, always had that mentality. Even as an 18-year-old breaking through into the team, he always backed himself, and it was frustrating watching him at times. Garnacho, it can be frustrating at times as well. He will have off matches. He is a young player, but he has a very high ceiling. So direct, so brave, so good when he gets onto the ball, and he definitely could be a top player in my opinion, and I just hope United keep a hold of him. Of course, he is in contract talks with the club at the minute for a long-term deal. Garnacho, if we can keep him at the club, develop him more, what a player we have on our hands. Erik ten Hag, he is the right man to get the most out of Garnacho. He has been strict when needed. He has praised him when he deserves it. And Erik ten Hag is the right man to bring Garnacho to that next level. We have such an exciting young kid with so much talent, so much promise. And with the right man, the right coaching staff, and the right team, Alejandro Garnacho can go on to big things in his career. I am sure of that. We won't have another Adnan Januzaj as well. So, comment in there, Ronaldo's mentality and young Ronaldo's teeth too. Yeah, man. But I'm not going to judge the guy on his looks. I judge him on his football, and the kid is absolutely fantastic. So direct, so brave, and he absolutely is just such a joy to watch. So good to see a young player come on, be brave, make things happen. Of course, set up the winning goal in the Manchester derby for Rashford. It's his 5th goal for Manchester United already this season. Assist, goals, highlight reels as well. He is a kid on the rise, definitely one to keep an eye out for in future. And what a breakout season he has had. And there will be other players break through as well. Other players really starting to come to light. Number one that I would look for will be Kobbie Mainoo. Then Kobbie Mainoo has been very, very good this season when he's played for United. And of course, Erik ten Hag, he made a beeline for him straight after that League Cup final to tell him this is what senior football is about. This is what it means to play for Man United. And that he would have his moments. And Erik ten Hag, he will be bringing Kobbie Mainoo through as well. So expect to see those players. Expect to see Garnacho, Mainoo in the team for a long time yet to come. And Erik ten Hag, he is a man who knows exactly what he is doing. So comment in there, Chrissy Corey, swear that Garnacho is something different. Once he improves his attitude behind the scenes, we'll have a world-class player in our hands. Honestly, I think his attitude, it has improved over the course of the season. Definitely works harder for the team, and he's not afraid to get hit, not afraid to be tackled, and that's something young players need. And definitely, the harder he works, the more he will get out of it. He has got the right manager now to push him, be strong with him when needed, praise him when he deserves it. The right coaching team as well. Of course, Benny McCarthy doing a great job with our forward players, Marcus Rashford especially, and get Garnacho in with him on a one-to-one basis, get his finishing worked on, and Garnacho can make things happen for Man United and be a really big player for us for whatever national team he chooses to play for. He can play for Argentina, he can play for Spain, hasn't actually been capped yet by Argentina, so he has the world at his feet. And Garnacho, if he works hard, keeps his head down, makes the right decisions, and he certainly can be a great player in future. So Erik ten Hag, new quotes coming through from his embargoed press conference that has now been released to the public. So Ten Hag on Garnacho. So just what we're talking about. I told him before the game, you showed you can make an impact as a sub, and now you do it as a starter, and he did it tonight. I also think Weghorst was one of the best players on the pitch. He made things happen, and he did really well. And Garnacho, of course, he won the man of the match. So great things from those guys. Erik ten Hag, great job. Weghorst, Garnacho, great jobs tonight, and real positives for United to build upon. And it is great to see that we finally have a manager who can influence things with his substitutions, something we don't have for a very long time. Of course, last season Ralf Rangnick, that was just pathetic. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he struggled to make things happen with his subs. Jose Mourinho, probably the last one you could say, honestly, made a big difference with his subs. But Erik ten Hag is doing it every single week for Man United. He seems to study the match in the first half, get an idea of what is needed, what he needs to change, where he can improve the team, and he goes out and he does it. And it doesn't even need a halftime substitution. It is just Erik ten Hag seeing the game how it is, reacting and making things happen. United, we seem to start matches slow, but Ten Hag's ability to change things at halftime and make important decisions, that really has led to United picking up more matches, more points as well this season. So absolutely really enjoyed tonight. Thought Erik ten Hag, great job. Man United, good to go through, and we have a favourable draw in the next round of the Cup, and I'm sure you guys are really enjoying watching United at the minute. Any more thoughts, get them into the comments. As always, guys, can see some more people joining in. If you are new, welcome to the channel. This is a brand new channel here on YouTube covering Manchester United. Every single match, previews, reactions, live streams, transfer news, owner news, and player scout reports as well. So if you want to join in with the community, smash that sub button. It really helps us out as well. I'm going to leave the stream here, guys, as well. So thank you very much for joining with me tonight, and I will see you in the next one.